Hey guys, this is SoFlo Josh and I'm over here at the 2024 Miami International Auto Show, and we have the all-new 2024 Jeep Wagoneer S for y'all. With that being said, let's go ahead and talk about some specs. So this is a dual motor, all-wheel drive system. This is the 4xe system that Jeep has been known for, but electrified. This runs off of the 400 volt architecture, the Stella Large platform. It makes 600 horsepower and 617 pound-feet of torque. Now it's a 100.5 kilowatt hour battery unit that they use for the Wagoneer S over here, and honestly, I'm really excited to see how this vehicle does. Right now, Stellantis hasn't fully quoted exactly what the amount of miles it'll get. As of right now, it's only 300 plus miles of range. I'm sure they'd probably be around 320 if the right conditions and you're riding on the if you're doing driving correctly and not putting too much gas, I guess you could say, into the pedal. But let's go ahead and talk about some of the styling cues. Now, the Wagoneer S is more of a sportier style of Wagoneer compared to that of the traditional body on frame Wagoneer 3-row that we have right now on sale. That's a gas version. This is completely electric, and hopefully in the future maybe they end up changing this to have a gas engine under the hood. I'm assuming that they're going to do a range extender where they have the Pentastar V6 under the hood to go ahead and use it as a generator for this vehicle at some point in the future. But let's go ahead and talk about this styling. Now, over here at the front, we do have that 7-slot grille that we've known from Jeep, from the Wrangler, and now it carries on to the electrified era of the Jeep products. Now we do have this full-on DRL lighting that goes across the front grille, and it actually beams underneath here to make it show that it does have that 7-slot grille. Over here off to the side, we do have full LED DRLs with your LED headlight unit. And then down below, we have a little bit of a styling decision. We have this flat black style finish right here with this gloss black indentation with your parking sensors. Below, we do have fog lights, which I'm actually kind of surprised that we see fog lights, especially in the this era of vehicles that we've been getting out. Most vehicles have been having such high amount of density within the headlight unit that they've actually completely taken away what fog lamps are. But we actually have fog lamps over here, and then we have your complete safety sense technology right there with your full front-facing camera, 2 parking sensors. But overall, it looks very nice. I like the front. It's very aggressive, very mean, the styling, and very sporty as well. Off to the side, as you see, we do have painted side fender areas, and then we have this awesome new gloss black style finish for the rims. They are a multi-spoke, and the good thing about Dodge, Jeep, and Chrysler and Ram is they don't do directional rims, and I'm actually quite a fan of this decision. Now, over here off to the side, we do have more of that same exact gloss black that carries on to the bottom of the door sill, and it goes around the wheel wells at the rear. We have the Wagoneer badging right here stamped as well, the logo, and then we have the American flag. Good thing we have that American flag. It always denotes that this vehicle is produced over here in the United States of America. Over here, we do have your gloss black mirrors with your turn indicators right here, and then you have 360 degrees camera. So you got a camera system right here, camera system over there, one at the rear, one at the front. So you're gonna have full-on 360 degrees camera. Door handles are actually very flush. In order to unlock it, it's a electronic actuator, so you press that, and then to lock the vehicle, you press that button right there. We do have a little bit of a trim, that same exact flat style finish, the gray finish that we saw over there at the side of the front bumper is carried on over here. Let's continue going on. We got a dual panoramic sunroof right here, which is really nice to see. Gloss black roof to give it that sporty vibe. And then we also do have that same exact satin finish for the C-pillar area of this vehicle, and it actually looks very sporty. Now, this is the most interesting part. As you see, it swoops down right over here. Now, even though this kind of looks like it's the roof line that keeps going, it actually, the body structure swoops down over here for better aerodynamics. I believe Jeep calls this the R-wing. So you have more airflow going down, and it actually improves efficiency all in all. I'm so sorry for all the noises. This is where they have the Jeep camp station off to the side. We do have that beautiful S logo right there with the Wagoneer across that I'm quite fond of. I love the font they use for that S badge right there. Very sporty, very, you know, aesthetic, very electrified. Spoiler as well, gloss black right here to add a little bit of downforce to the rear area for aerodynamics. Same exact satin finish all across. So that same satin finish basically just carries on throughout the vehicle in some sections. You got your Jeep logo, and then you got a full LED lighting right here. Now it's not a full width light bar because it doesn't go into here. This one kind of like the way they shaped it kind of is in an angle, so it stops, and then this one actually continues. So I guess you could call this a full width light bar, but you have your full LED turn signals, full LED brake lights, and everything in that presence as well. Dropping it over here, gloss black finish at the rear, and then right behind that panel is actually your tow hitch. You have your 7-pin, and you have your 3-pin connector right there as well. So getting over here to the trunk, let's go ahead and open it. And as you can see, it lifts up. You've got that rear view camera system that we'll talk about that's in the mirror section. Over here, actually quite a lot of space that we have over here at the rear trunk, especially since it's a swoopy kind of coupified design language that we see over here with the body panels. But it's actually pretty good. The height of it is not too bad. And of course, you can open this over here. You have some under storage section right here. You could put your charger, or some snacks, or some other things that if you're going off-roading and stuff like that, you can put some things right here. You have the estate since 1963 for the Wagoneer nameplate, which is pretty cool. Good to see. 12-volt outlet right there. You got some hooks right here, and then you have a tonneau covering right here as well to go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and close the trunk right here. As you can see, it does lower down as well. Really love to see this 4xe badging that we see as well. You have your charging port right here, and you have a DC fast charging as well, and of course it will indicate exactly if it is connected correctly or if it's charging with those little beams. I'll let you know. So let's get into the rear. As you can see, actuator button for the rear and in the front, and let's see how wide this opens up. Actually very wide, so this is going to be great to fit in baby seats into the rear occupant area. And so like I said, this is the Wagoneer S, so this is more of a sportier style finish compared to the luxury style finish that we saw on the regular Wagoneer. Now, door panels right here, soft padding, which is expected for this vehicle. It is a luxury slash sport trim, and it's going to be competing against, you know, the new BMW iX3, which is really cool. Full on ambient lighting we have over here. Nice trim design, actually feels very premium over here on the top. Soft padding all across. You have the release right there for the electronic door release. You have your lock unlock obviously over here at the rear, which I'm actually quite surprised. And you have your automatic window right there. You got your Macintosh speaker system over here as well. I quite like the red coloring that we have in here. You know, I like how we have a black up here, and then we have this you know, trim of the finish that kind of divides it, and then this is where we start getting the red. Getting over here to the rear, let's see, soft, very soft padding for the rear seats over here. I quite like it. And of course, you can go ahead and release the back seats, and it can fold flat. It actually folds completely flat, so that means you're gonna have better access to put things into this vehicle. And you can see actually where the cutout of that window is and how swoopy it is at the rear. I really like what Jeep has done here. Now getting over here to the back, as you see, I have quite a few you know, great amount of legroom, actually about 2 to 2.5 amount of legroom right here. You do have some pockets off to the rear over here, 2 vent controls right there. You have heated and ventilated seats for the rear occupants, which is quite interesting. Let's go ahead and close the door so I can mitigate the sound that's going on. You have a AC outlet right there. It is 150 volt with 150 watt right there, 2 USB type C's. And honestly, these seats feel very nice. Of course, this is a pre-production model, so it's not completely finished in here, so there's some materials are going to change, but it feels really good. And I actually have even though it is a swoopy roof line, at 6 foot tall, I have about 0.5 inches of headroom space, so I think that's adequate for somebody who's 6 foot tall. Now of course, you can't really lean these seats back, At least from what I noticed, no, you can't. It just locks in place. So you don't have, you know, reclining seats at all, but nonetheless really good. We have a full panoramic sunroof, like I mentioned. You do have a LED light right there for your matte light, grab handle right there. But overall, very nice interior. I'm quite impressed. Let's go ahead and get out to the exterior. There we go. And let's get into the front. So we do have blind spot detection as well, because this does have every single safety sense. So getting into the interior, let's actually close the door really quick because the sound actually is enabled. Soft padding all across the top with that same exact trim. You do have your memory seating right here. You have your window switch gears finished in that gloss black. I kind of don't like the gloss black, but I understand why they do it. Unlock and lock. You got your child locks right there as well, and then you have your mirror controls where you can go ahead and press that and it will fold it in. Right now this vehicle is kind of like in a presentation mode, so we can't really do that. Over here we have a flat bottom and flat top steering wheel, really nice 9-3 grip right here. Not too thick like what you would find in the BMWs, but it feels fantastic. All your little widgets right here, so you can control your multimedia, your phone calls, and you can set your cruise control with your active cruise control keeping assist. Here we have a large 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster. We have a 12.3-inch touchscreen display, and then we have a function for your massaging seats down here with your AC control as well, which is great. And we have a passenger screen right there. Whenever you are driving, this part will actually stay off. It's kind of like a mirror effect, so whoever's sitting here will actually be able to see it over there as well, which is pretty nice. I think this is 10.25 if I'm not mistaken. I think it's smaller than what you would actually see. We do have your start button right here, your switch gear, which is a really nice design, and it feels very premium. You have your multi select for sand, snow, eco, auto, and sport. Auto hold, hill descent control. Here is your actual key fob, as you can see right there, kind of the typical same one that we see in the regular Wagoneer. Cup holders are really big, and I love this texture that we see here. It's like a nice honeycomb or hexagon style, or diamond cut, actually diamond cut style finish with that same trim over here. Now you do have your heated seats, your ventilated and heated steering wheel, and you have your volume control as well. This is really nice. I like the screen size, it's pretty good, and I do like the digital gauge cluster. We do also have a complete heads-up display right there. We have Alcantara headliner all across as well, and you have all your switch gears right here for your panoramic sunroof and releasing the trunk, which is quite nice. I really like it. Over here you press that and we have some areas right there to put some stuff in. It is lined with felt, which is really great. We have a 12 volt right there, and then we have a wireless charging pad right there as well. Getting into here, we do have it damped and lined with felt, which is good. Mind you, like I said, some of these things are not production. Some of these things will change in production when it does come out later this fall, but nonetheless I really like the overall finish to this. That's kind of one thing that I really don't really like so far. Let's go ahead and see if we can open up the trunk. And there we go, we opened up the trunk. And so opening up the trunk, we do have an available space here. Now you could put your charging cords up here in the front, or if you need to, you could put a first aid kit or so on and so forth. So just know that you do have a frunk that you can actually put stuff in, which is quite surprising. But nonetheless, I am immensely impressed by what Jeep has done. The Wagoneer S is very sporty. It has that swoopy style roofline that I really do like, and I think they did it better than what you would find in a BMW X6 or an X4. I think this is the way to do it, you know. Do everything for aerodynamic purposes, don't do everything for aesthetics, you know. Like this R-wing we see here in the rear is functional. It is meant to help with range for this vehicle. Now this vehicle right here starts at $71,000. This does qualify for the $7,500 tax credit, so that means you can get this vehicle for roughly around 60, I want to say 67 or $65,000, which actually is a steal. We're gonna talk about that vehicle in a little bit in the next video. But with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.